Yo, what ups? 12 Oak Podcast, episode 14. Kari's in the house.
We
And
back, baby.
yeah. Sean's supposed to be on tonight, but they had a family emergency, so he could not make it tonight. We might actually record something this weekend. I get in on Saturday. I don't know if you're available. Maybe we could do something in the afternoon if you're
Yeah,
around.
we could do something Saturday afternoon.
I'll hit you all up because I'm flying. I don't know what time I get there, but if I have some free time just chilling, I might just record.
Make
And
something shake. I like that.
Always got to do something. You know, I'm about making this content machine work. So
I'm all for it too, man. If you about it, then I'm about it. I'm ready.
word. What's been going on with you though? How's your week been going?
Solid week so far. Work is working, life is life,
Yeah.
and taking things one day at a time.
Yeah,
What
you gotta
about
do
you?
that.
Getting ready for this vacay?
Getting ready for the vacation. Ironically, it's been busy as shit. It's the end of the month, so billing, client shit. Got some proposals to knock out tonight and tomorrow. Editing all these videos. Just regular, a lot of shit. Going
April
on.
flew, bro. It flew.
Dude. Dog, this year is flying. We're almost halfway through it.
But it's so confusing because the year's flying. But then yesterday somebody was like, "Yo, it's Trump's first 100 days," and I'm like, "It's only been 100 days."
Feels like it's been 100 years.
Yo, that's what I'm saying.
I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for the brown shirts to knock on my door and go through my shit.
Man, as people who listen to the podcast may or may not know, I'm a Washington D.C. resident and native.
Hey, good luck.
And the way ICE has been going through the city, been going through different metro stations and hubs in the city is crazy.
Word. Oh, by the way, for the sneaker podcast, guess what this is?
What is that?
Guess.
Is it a purchase?
It's a purchase.
Uh-oh.
Who was the only person that would send some besides Temu? Who would send something like that through the mail?
DHgate? You got some reps?
DHgate, but likes is gay. DHgate, but gay.
Oh, Kanye.
There you go.
There we go. Kanye. All right. Yeah. King of the cousins.
Oh, he came. Let's talk about that. He was on a live stream a couple days ago, maybe yesterday, talking about he's gay. I don't know. Did you see that clip that came out? Now, he said it. I think he was having a manic episode.
So every day for him.
He just literally just said, "Oh," he said, "Yeah, and I'm gay, and he said it like 3 times, and I was like, "Are you just saying that, or are you really gay?" But then I thought back, like, "Yo, you just admitted to sucking off."
Yo, he topped his cousin for years, so he's got to be something.
Yeah, he got. But did he? The question is, and not that. Did you enjoy that situation? I think we talked about it last week. Like, is that something that you enjoyed, or is it?
He sounded like he spoke of it fondly.
Exactly. So
like
I don't know.
Like a nostalgia trip.
Like a nostalgia trip.
I don't know, man. Kanye was always about family first, so.
Yeah, family business. Remember family business?
Oh,
That's on the first album.
Shit, family is down to business. They get in the business.
Yo, he had that line in the song where he said three people in the bed, and the cousins and shit. I was like,
Well, in lighter Kanye news, I heard he dropped Donda 2 on streaming.
I thought that's been out. I have Donda 2.
No, like not officially on streaming. This was like the big drop. Now, of course, Apple Music subscribers are out of the loop, so I haven't heard it in full yet. So,
it's on Spotify.
Tidal, I know for a fact. Spotify and Apple Music should be coming later.
I had no clue, man. I wasn't paying attention.
Yo, the way people was hitting my phone about it this morning, I'm thinking,
here it is, Donda 2.
Yep, there you go.
Oh no, wait, hold on a second. I'm looking it up on my phone. I see Vultures, Donda, regular Donda. No Donda 2 on Spotify.
Well, it must be exclusive to Tidal at the moment then. Because I've seen a couple of my friends in the UK as well post an Apple Music layout that had Donda 2 on it, so maybe it's regionally exclusive or something.
Word.
I'm rushing out there to listen to.
I'm gonna check it out when I have a chance. I heard. Well, I haven't listened to Donda in years. Like that was one of those. Like, the last 4 or 5 projects have just been passive to me. The only one I really had in rotation was the one before Jesus is King. What was that called? Yay. And that was only like 5. Something. The one with the
that one was like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I know. There was a lot of good songs on it though.
Yeah, I got a few that I liked. I listened to Donda and Vultures 1 pretty heavily. I was listening to Donda as recently as like 2 months ago. I was like,
Okay.
damn, I forgot some of these songs hit the way they hit. And
They did. There's some bangers on
Vultures
there.
got some gems. Vultures too, I could live without.
Yeah. I only listen. Yeah, I listened to Vultures too all the way through, and I think I listened maybe twice, and then picked out 3 songs I liked. And then one of them, I don't know the whole Ty Dolla Sign thing. I never quite understood, but they made some decent music for the time.
Yeah, Ty Dolla Sign never seemed like a collaborator on the project. He still seemed more like a glorified feature.
Yeah,
But they made some good
like
stuff.
Party Next Door on the Drake joint.
Yeah. Yeah, he had to click up. That's the thing now, man. You gotta click up, it seems.
Yeah, I know. If you want to get that bread, but
Certain people
you think he needs money? Is that why he dropped Donda 2 on streaming? Get that extra
who
bread.
I can literally say for the first time as someone in, I don't want to say Kanye fan anymore, Kanye sphere, that I literally don't know what this man is doing anymore. Like I don't know what the motive between his current move or his next move. He like Donald Trump. Like why are you doing what you're doing?
I don't know why people do. I don't know why he's doing it either. It doesn't make sense to me, but it's all good. I mean, the fans wanted something good from him. I think Down to Two was a decent record, so it is what it is. But
And ship people they product, boy. That's what you need to do.
he got me ship mine. At least one of but the other $400 or $500 I spent ain't even didn't even get a shipping confirmation
Are
yet.
those the boots or the slipper
So I
shoes?
heard that people were getting. Well, we're doing an unboxing on the next the sneaker podcast, which will be in a few minutes.
Okay,
But
so we'll get to check it
we'll
out.
get to check it out. So I don't know what is in there. It looks like it might just be the slides, and I sized up on the slides, and these look gigantic.
I heard that sizing up true to size was the wrong move.
Well, you had to go down or up.
Yeah, I heard you got to go down.
I went up.
Oh shit. Well, you got wide feet,
I got
so
wide feet, but that don't matter with foam shoes, really. You know what I'm saying? It's not too
I mean,
bad.
you got a dryer. You rich, so you can throw them in there before you head on the
Look at this rich
plane.
shit.
Take them with you.
This dude swear. I might be. I might be a little rich.
You might be toting that line, bro.
Not rich, but
Comfortable as
not
hell.
comfortable. I got debts.
You can still
Comfortable is
have
like
debt and be comfortable.
yeah, but
Rich
it
people,
gets
it's called
uncomfortable.
good debt, healthy debt. You might have that.
I'm fresh to debt. You ever heard
Wow.
that? You ever
Okay.
heard that
Whew.
term? Fresh to debt.
Nah, you should put a TM on that.
You know
Trademark
Dallas.
that.
Dallas Penn. He came up with that.
Dang, rest in peace, Dallas, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Dallas Penn, man. That brother. Yeah, I miss Dallas Penn, but he came up with that term, man. He's like, yeah, he lived in a small ass apartment with wall to wall Nike and Polo.
Hey, brother.
Fresh to debt.
Sometimes you build your castle out of brick. Sometimes you build it out of low. You know,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
it all depends.
Anyway, well, Kanye's doing whatever. I don't care. We'll open that up later. Shedeur Sanders in the not the playoffs, the fucking draft.
Shit.
Like, I know this has been a worn out topic. People have been talking about it since it happened. It took 3 days for it to happen.
Number 144.
144, and now it's coming out. Well, the NFL obviously ain't gonna say nothing, but people are like, it's weird. Analysts are all saying like this doesn't make any sense. It's unheard of. It's never happened before. Top rated quarterback, at least top 3 in the draft, and then these other dudes that they picked literally just got in like at least out of the 5 that got picked ahead of him, I think 5 or 6. That they're nowhere close to him in skill and whatnot, and then they start picking apart his game, and then
somebody broke down something to me.
Yeah,
and I made a note of it.
Kick knowledge. What is it?
It was David Cohn. He said, Quinn was a perfect 1.0 recruit under Steve Sarkisian and made 2 CFPs, still undrafted. Will Howard is the reigning national champion who threw for 4,000 yards on 73%, still undrafted. This was at the time. Kyle McCord led nation in passing, 4,779, 181st pick. Dylan Gabriel threw for 18,722 yards in college and got drafted 94th. The NFL isn't engaged in a conspiracy against Shedeur. You just like watching his dad play.
Yeah, maybe.
Some good points. I think it was not necessarily conspiracy, but I think it was a concentrated group effort to teach a young man humility.
Why?
Because he's a braggadocious, rich, boastful young black man. Like they didn't want that to go unfettered. Like, look at how his
Yeah.
dad acted in the draft. He was telling teams, "Oh, you don't got to try to humble me. I won't be here by the time you make a pick." The difference was his dad had way more juice in his field than he did, and he was also right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know some of them people in that draft would have loved to teach Deion Sanders a lesson. There's no lesson you could have taught Deion Sanders. He was teaching teams lessons.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like his son, at least how he portrayed himself, he got the watch, he got the NIL deal,
Yeah.
he got sports cars that will make Fortune 500 CEOs jealous. They wanted to say something to that young man in a way that they couldn't normally, so they used the draft to do so. At least that's what people feel. I personally don't know why he fell so low, especially with teams who need quarterbacks, who need a second option, who need to think about the future of their franchise. I'm just
Yeah.
happy to see the young man get picked up.
Yeah. And again, look, Tom Brady got picked up late in the draft. You never know what's gonna hit, but he's going to Cleveland, which is whack. That's where some of this conspiracy shit comes in because it's like, you want to really teach him a lesson, make rig it so Cleveland gets him. And Cleveland didn't need no quarterback.
I'm when Pittsburgh passed on him. That's when I was like, "Wow, what is happening?"
Oh,
I forgot the boy they got instead of him, and I was like, "What is going on here? Doesn't
we'll
nobody
see.
want him?"
Hopefully, he gets some minutes. I'm gonna be excited to see him play. Also, you got to think. Oh shit, the pink foam 95s come out tomorrow.
I've been
Nice.
seeing him at a lot of places already, as far as raffles and
Oh
stuff are
wait,
concerned.
stop. All right, right there. All right. I
Oh,
won't get this. I'm sorry.
I was
Oh, my
curtailed.
bad, my bad, my bad. That's my fault. My fault. I got to turn off my notifications because that joint, it kept coming. Like, I just keep seeing the notifications come up. Anyway, yeah, Shedeur. Uh, I don't know. Everybody said conspiracy. Everybody broke down the numbers. Some were saying that he's better than the Cam Ward kid. I don't know much about football. All I know is that, look, you have 7 rounds. Is it 7 rounds of drafts?
I'm
Or
not
hot
sure,
more.
man.
I don't know. There's multiple rounds of drafts.
Mm-hmm.
They go into the 500s, and people who were picked in the 500s ended up having Hall of Fame careers. So
Right, Lamar Jackson, shit,
yeah,
that
so
was waiting, and
yeah,
look where he is right now.
MVPs, multiple MVPs, Super Bowl, whatever. So I don't give it much credit, but I also understand that from a same thing as Bronny James. Where was he going to be taken in the draft? They thought low first round. And he, at one point, and then now he ended up, he ended up going low second round, which is fine, but he actually proved to be better than what they thought
People
he
thought,
would.
yeah, people
Yeah,
went
and
higher than him, not doing half of what he doing.
exactly. And I'm talking professional and G League. There were guys who were taken in the first round that aren't
Mm.
doing what he's done in garbage time. And mind you, they're in garbage time too, right? And
Yeah.
they're not putting in buckets, even though they're the coach is saying pass it to homie because we're paying this motherfucker a lot of
A
money
lot of
because he got
money.
drafted the first round.
Yeah, he gotta produce.
You gotta
Meanwhile,
produce something.
Bronny was averaging. He was in the 30s, right?
No, to high, what in the G League or
Yeah.
yeah. No, no, no,
Mm-hmm.
no, no. He was averaging like 20 something, 20
Oh,
something points. He got a
okay.
slow start, but he came up G League numbers. I think he will be a good 6-7 option next year. The Lakers are guard heavy, so you know what I'm saying? Like they'll play
Mm-hmm.
Gabe Vincent ahead of him anytime if they still have Gabe next year. You know what I mean? So there's going to be a whole bunch of. I mean, if the pieces move around, obviously that's the next topic. Lakers.
Mm. Lakers in
uh,
7.
Lakers in 7.
That's what they hoping for.
That's what I'm hoping for. But if they don't, I mean, look, man, if we don't go into 10 p.m., we're gonna watch this game and see what happens. But God bless it, man. LeBron did his thing. Luka, it seems. I hate to say this, but the refs are fucking up in this series so bad, so bad.
It's something to watch for sure, especially
Dog,
with the calls that's not happening.
2 games that went down to literal ref calls, and it would be 3-1 right now, in my opinion. But I'm not going to take anything away from Ant Edwards and Nas
Yeah.
Reed. Yo,
And Edwards out there catching
buckets,
bodies, man. I mean,
buckets, bro. I'm talking clutch buckets. Both of them, fourth quarter, boom. knocking down. You know what I mean? Like
It's not
clutch.
they not making it easy for the Lakers for sure.
They're not.
And Edwards is a generational talent, man.
Yeah, he's coming
Like
up, man. I don't. I feel like he's got that personality. He's a little ratchet, but I fuck with the way he
yeah,
carries himself. You know
yeah,
what I'm
he got a
saying?
little bit of personality. You know, won't see that too
Yeah.
much in sports,
You gonna see?
especially with a dominant athlete like that. A lot of them nowadays are very bland.
Yo, when's the last time you see? Like, look, he'll take the fine for grabbing his nuts. Pause. Like he does that stuff in the game. You know, talking to the fans, doing his thing. He moves different, and I like that
Right.
because there's not a lot of flamboyant talent that that doesn't paint their
Yeah,
nails
it's
nowadays.
very subdued as far as they express themselves mostly through tunnel walks and the
Yeah,
fits,
yeah,
and not necessarily how they get down. I mean, and you could say that about now that they eliminated Giannis. Like you'll never know what you're gonna get on the sidelines from Giannis. He's a goofball. He's aggressive. He's
yeah.
very much himself, for better or for worse. And you don't get that a lot. Like you couldn't tell me, I couldn't tell you nothing about Devin Booker besides he likes vintage cars and he dated it. One of the Kardashian sisters. I couldn't tell you nothing past that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he definitely ain't putting up the numbers he used to.
Definitely not.
Speaking of Giannis, you see he got like getting in with the fans and Tyrese Halliburton's dad.
Yeah. Shout out to Holly for addressing that by saying that, hey, I don't stand by what my pops did either. That takes a lot of maturity.
Yeah.
They apparently have squashed a little squabble.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so good look from all parties. Stuff got a little out of hand. Of course, cameras caught it, and they decided to, all right, let's be men real quick. Let's focus on what's important, and they squashed it. So that's good to see.
I don't understand these dads. It's like John Morant's dads, similar but not as he didn't get
Well,
out on the
John
court
Moran's
like
dad
that.
is a professional circus clown. He's a fucking idiot. So
He ain't that bad though. He didn't come out there and
he,
fucking taunts players like that. He's cool with a lot
he's
of the players.
he almost got his ass whooped by Shannon Sharp. I know
Oh,
that
that's
much.
different though.
My thing is this: like, John Moran don't even see his dad as a dad. That's his day one. You know, that's my day
Yeah.
one. And I'm not saying you can't be cool with your pops. I mean, my pops are real cool, but it's like a level of way you carry yourself when you're a parent, and it's a way that your child's supposed to see you in that same
Yeah.
regard. Now, before anybody hop in the comments, how many kids you got? Shut the fuck up. That's how many kids I got. All right. I don't gotta be a dad. I ain't trying to tell this man how to be a dad. It's just,
Mm-hmm.
it's the way you carry yourself. John Morant himself and his clan, man, they got a lot of bullshit with him, like that situation with his mom with the finish line employee.
I heard about that. I saw that.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's like when you give somebody some money and they get stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not in John Morant camp. No, like I said, I'm not a parent. I don't want to hear that shit. None of y'all my damn mommy or daddy, so y'all can't tell me nothing. I'm just giving my 2 cents.
Yeah. Well, I mean, parents are gonna be parents, and these parents are younger. You got to think, man. Like, it's a different generation. But back in the day, when I was growing up, these NBA parents did not to really be out there. It didn't really start happening till like Allen Iverson. Remember Allen Iverson's mom was braiding his
Yeah.
hair,
And
and
then she had that little sign, my son is the answer. My cousin is
Bron's
my
mom
cousin
dating players and shit.
my cousin used to hoop professionally, and him and Allen Iverson were pretty cool. His
Yep.
mom is a character, bro.
Yeah, she cool.
She's a character.
Yep. So I mean, it is what it is. But the playoffs are in high. I honestly, I don't know if I could keep watching this after Bron gets knocked out.
I'm definitely gonna keep watching. I got to see who's gonna claim the West if Brian get out.
I mean, it looks like Golden State at this point. They've Jimmy Butler's awakened. He said
What
he
about
found his
OKC?
joy. He found his joy. Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, because he don't got to carry the heat.
You don't have to carry the heat.
That's why it's easy to be joyful when you got 3-point machine, Steph, and Draymond the enforcer on your side. Things get a little smoother.
Speaking of the heat, they got swept.
Got they
Disgusting.
ass whipped.
Ugh. 30. Well, they lost by 30 in the last 2 games or some shit like that.
I mean, when Tyler Hero is your number one option, shit, you was only gonna go so far.
Yeah, they need to. They're not. You think they're gonna pick up somebody in the offseason? I don't even know who's free agent this year.
Shit, they better find something. Knock on Giannis door. I know he unhappy.
I want Giannis to Lakers don't have the money, but that would be dope if he went to the Lakers.
I I already saw the Photoshop picture of him in a Lakers jersey. I'm like, oh my
But
god.
he always said he wanted to play with Bron. He's his favorite player, right? So I think
Shit,
that
who wouldn't want to play with LeBron?
I want to play with LeBron. Pause.
Whoa, I'm gonna say, hold there.
I said pause.
I'm gonna say, don't get no Ye cousin situations out here.
I said pause.
Yeah,
It's all
you had it.
good.
You
It's
had.
okay.
It's
That's it.
good,
You can
good.
say whatever you want. You say pause. It doesn't. Did say Lil Wayne say some shit? He say he. I don't want to quote him, misquote him, but he said something about effing the dude in the butt, and then he said pause. And I'm like, okay, don't make it
That don't
gay then,
make
right?
now that one don't make it okay, but
But he said pause. It's all right, whatever. What are you
Lil
gonna
Wayne
do?
sus
It's a
anyway.
whole, it's a
But
whole, it's a whole other debate. Let's change gears. Politics. Canada's Liberal Party won in a sweeping manner over the Conservative Party because of Donald Trump destroying the USA.
hey, that man, if he didn't do anything else in his presidency, he showed other countries this is the road to not take.
You know what's wild about this? I knew this already, that um, authoritarian, fascist, super conservative government officials running and people turning to that, and it's usually older people. I don't even know, like, and now, like, even like people of color and all this type of stuff. And you got to understand something. And people, with our people, I think we forget our history. And I think it has to do a lot with education. Global education is not as good as it used to be. China's way ahead of everybody in this, or Asia. Let's just put Asia.
Yeah,
India,
in
all
general,
that stuff.
yeah.
In general, they kind of, so European, Canadian, and U.S. like all these very Euro white centric Western civilization type people. Education's kind of lacking. Now, mind you, I don't know the numbers and the statistics, but larger sovereign countries are falling behind in education, and I think they forget shit. And then when it trickles down to the populations that were oppressed at one time, like black people like us, Hispanic people, and all this shit, you forgot that whenever they say, when you think deport, everybody thinks Mexicans and Hispanics. They don't think
Like,
they're deporting Africans and shit. They deporting those people, and these motherfuckers voted for that nigga Trump. That's what's
and
fucked
then
up.
and it's the trickle down effect. Like the older folks will tell you,
Yeah.
yeah, once they get rid of Hispanics, we next.
Well, the older folks are all about that shit because they wanted to see that shit happen. Like, oh, get rid of these motherfuckers. Now they are, and then now they're stopping people at airports. Now they're doing all types of crazy shit. So,
They stopping people in the street. They had a report, because as you know, a lot of immigrants and stuff look for other means of money besides the secular ways that normal people will go for it.
yeah.
And one of the big industries is trucking, hauling stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the tariffs going up, people don't want to use, seafare and stuff like that as much.
Mm-hmm.
During the pandemic, people like us was going out there getting CDLs, and then Latino people saw that too, and they was like, "Shoot, we can make some money." Now they're stopping drivers, and besides looking for the stuff like the traditional paperwork, they got to pass an English test.
Hey, look.
And if you don't get a certain score, that's I heard, a $5,000 fine for the driver and a potential $10,000 fine for the company that they work for. And that's not going to do nothing but raise the rates of shipping even more. So
Look, I don't
it's
understand some of
crazy.
the tactics, and it's weird how they think that these dummies that want this shit are actually going to do the jobs. Like, half these people aren't even qualified for the jobs that they're trying to
To
have,
get rid
get
of,
rid of.
yeah.
And then other people just don't want to do them. How many people are gonna,
Who the fuck wants to pick strawberries?
pick yeah, shit like
I don't
that?
like picking strawberries at the damn grocery
Look,
store.
you go to Honduras, any of those other countries, the $5-7 an hour that they're giving them to do that is like 3 times, 10 times sometimes what they would make hourly doing similar jobs.
If you
And
try
all
to
the
tell me get in a vehicle for hours on end to haul product and goods and shit, bro, sometimes I don't like commuting to work. You're not gonna get me to get behind this 18 wheel and be sleep deprived, driving from state to state, sleeping in my truck, smelling like sweat and ass to drop some shit off at a Walmart.
I'm not doing it.
So if it's somebody that wants to do that and rake up that cash, hey, let them. Until y'all get these automated AI Amazon trucks on the road that y'all keep talking about,
Mm-hmm.
let them.
Yep. Speaking of Amazon,
There we
what we
go.
were just
Hey,
talking
I'm
about.
a magic segue machine.
You are a segue machine. This is great. This is a
This
great
is
flow. I
perfect. I
love it.
love it. There we go.
Amazon.
See, chemistry, bro.
These
Chemistry.
Amazon. Amazon said that they were going to put the tariff increases next to. Oh, you want to come up here? Come here. The tariff. My dog just.
Got the JR up there.
Yeah. Um, Amazon wants to put the tariff prices. Trump's press secretary came out and said some shit at a press conference. A little heated battle, whatever, not battle, like a heated discussion with the press about it. Next thing you know, they have a call with Jeff, and now he's not going to do it. I looked at a news story just before the podcast.
Okay.
Saying he's not going to do it. And you said people are doing this, right?
Yeah, so there's been some sites that I've ordered from, and they will tell you they have a tariff calculator. And they give you some options. So first you can purchase the product as is, and they'll let you know, hey, this has been affected by the tariffs, this hasn't. If it's something that has been affected by the tariffs, they have like a private warehouse. They're like, look, you can store it here until the item is either A, released, or B, the tariff situation change it, or you buy it now. And based off where you live and other culpatory factors, it'll tell you the price with tariffs. And it's up to you if you want to buy it or not. So there's a $23 item. It's shipping from China. You live in Texas. So this is how much the shipping rate is going to be. So that $23.99 item is going to end up being like $44.99. And I thought that was just called transparency in pricing, which is something that you would want. You wouldn't want to buy something for $25 and then get to the checkout screen and they be like, your final price after tariffs is going to be XYZ. Because shit, you're not even going to waste your time going to checkout.
It's a tax too. This is the same way like StockX breaks up their pricing, right? Or
right
Go.
before you hit final.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not seeing what the problem is.
Yeah. Well, because it's our government doing this. Obviously, taxes are a government thing as well. But like, if you don't, if there's an extra tax, like you're doing state tax, federal tax, and then you go down there, and you see, no, it's only state tax, right? They don't do federal taxes on goods and service, right? So you'll see. Well,
don't give them no ideas.
Tariff now is a federal tax. To be honest with you. So now you're gonna see this fucking shit, and it's like, why is this shit here?
So the question is
trade
this:
war, Trump. Thank you.
You still have to pay it though, right?
Yeah.
So now they're just hiding it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the price will just be higher.
Yeah, if that's the case, I'd much rather know why the price is higher instead of just getting this placebo saying, well, fuck it, it's just higher, it is what it is. Nah, like if you tell me,
yeah, well, that's the thing.
To be honest, I think they're doing that too because it makes them look bad. Be like, damn, this how much it would have been if it wasn't for tariffs. I got to get this guy the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
As opposed to it just being the price. You go, damn, Amazon went up. It makes Amazon look like the bad guy at this point.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like it's just a masking tactic.
Yeah, pretty much. But I'm hoping that people become smarter and understand. Like, they're not.
You hope people become smart. Damn.
I watched this joint. What's his name? Luntz, Frank Luntz or Ted Luntz? I forgot. Frank Luntz, I think. He's a Republican strategist, right? And he does these roundtables with Republican voters and people just to get an idea of the constituency. And he gets like random people to do this, like anonymous, and whenever they get on there, he was on like a Zoom call with a bunch of Trump people, right? These motherfuckers are so, I don't want to call them stupid, but I guess they're like so brainwashed or culted out and all that. Like they were on there like, oh yeah, the market needed a correction. This is good. Like if the market goes down a little more, I'm okay. When Trump does it, right? And I'm like, but the market's going down because your man is doing this. Like he's not. It's not a correction. A correction comes when like a bubble bursts or around some kind of like economic stupid shit. So like one for instance, like there should be an auto bubble. Like right now, there should be one, but obviously they pump so much into the economy, with these loans that people took out on cars, the increased price of cars. You see those those people taking out like car loans and they're paying $1,000 a month for like a 2002 Ford Fiesta.
Robbing
Like,
Peter to play Paul for some bullshit.
yeah. So they're paying these high rates for used cars, new cars, whatever, at high interest as well, and they're getting killed out there. That bubble's gonna burst, and that's gonna mess up and cause a correction in the market. So prices of auto manufacturing, things like that. That hasn't hit yet, but this thing is man-made. It's hitting every industry for the most part. Like it's gonna trickle down.
It's like a artificial correction.
No, it's not an artificial. It's not a correction. It's just because it's down because some fucked up shit is happening.
No, but I'm saying what people are seeing as a correction is artificial. Is being generated by how Trump is running things.
Correct. Yes. Yes. Yeah. No. It's not. It's real. It's not a real. It's not a correction. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know. What you're saying. Yeah.
They're justifying the means by using the phrase correction, but it's not.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, it's a smokescreen for our guy is fucking up, but we're cool with it because it's our guy. And that's the mentality of these super right-wing people all the time, and the way they just protect this dude. And they were talking about like the deportation stuff and all this stuff. Like people just automatically, these due process people, the ones that always say, hey, I need due process because I want to keep an AK-47. You can't arrest me, all this stuff. Don't tread on me, all this bullshit. And then they're arresting, in some cases, people who are citizens, people on visas, people who are refugees, all types of random shit that these people are going, or people just protesting. They're arresting them, deporting them, putting them in detention centers, all types of shit with no due process because they apparently don't belong here. And again, they're going to do this to regular Americans. And the whole coming for your gun shit, it's going to happen. And it's going to be their guns because they're going to be, once they start getting a little pissed off, that's when Trump's going to push that button and be like, yo, we need to, now we got to push some martial law down because they're so mad at me that they're going to try to take their government back. And that's when it's all going to hit the fan.
It's only okay until it starts affecting the people who say it's okay. Once it starts affecting them, then eyes get opened up.
Yep. But it's that's typical conservatism in a nutshell. So I don't support it. I think it's kind of dumb. There you go. Yeah. What happened? Someone calling you?
Hold on one second.
What are we talking about?
We were talking about the artificial correction of Trump politics, conservatives, view of the economy. We were hitting on briefly the automotive industry, and I brought up a good point. Have you seen the Slate vehicles?
No, what's a Slate vehicle?
So it's Jeff Bezos' affordable car line that he's rolled out. The average median price is looking to be like $20,000 for a vehicle. It's electric. The trick is, and I definitely recommend this to you and to any viewer who have not heard of Slate, look up the specifics of that vehicle though.
I'm looking it up now.
Because when I first saw it, I'm like, okay.
Oh, the little truck, those little, like a little Japanese pickup truck.
But then you see the aesthetics of it when you look at it real close, and then you see some of the features like manual windows.
Okay.
I'm like, what? I mean, it's the most bare bones vehicle. Like it was probably a top of the line vehicle in the 80s. And they took that, added a little bit of modern day aesthetic to it, made it electric. And at $20,000 for a brand new hot off the line vehicle is something to get your attention. But considering the base stats for it, I'm like, damn, Bezos, really?
I mean, I pick one up with air conditioning. If it's something to get you from A to B, I already got an electric charger in my house. I'm good. I could roll one. I'm looking at it now. They don't look bad.
They don't look bad. They look bad.
They look like tiny though, right?
Yeah, they look like takedown. So I guess Rivian is like the higher end, and this is like the takedown.
The Rivian.
I
like Rivian cars.
They give me a very Ford Bronco Jeep Compass aesthetic.
Wait, let me put on the screen the this one of them kind of looks like a Range Rover.
Yeah, they give the one that has the that one that isn't a pickup.
Yeah, the SUV. It's John.
Yeah, it gives me Ford Bronco. The newer ones.
Okay, that's the pickup. This is the one that I saw. It looks like a little Japanese pickup truck, a little tiny. Yeah. This one kind of looks like a Range Rover.
A little bit. This one you could put your surfboard on top. Little hybrid type of jump off.
This one looks like a what? Like a
It was like
fucking Land
a
Rover Discovery.
baby Hummer.
Yeah, a little Land Rover Disco, another little pickup. I mean, these are good looking. I mean, for what they are.
Yeah, they're solid.
You want to fuck with like when you move it, the little car moves a little bit.
Look
It's
like one of
dope.
those little cars, when you're a kid that you got that you pulled back and you let go.
Mm-hmm.
One of those. I mean, an
Motherfucker.
affordable electric option, especially what he's really doing is taking advantage of how abysmal Tesla is doing.
Yeah, I agree.
He's filling that void. One billionaire guy from another.
Tesla could be doing so much more if they were a hub for
Separated.
innovation. Yeah.
If they
Oh yeah.
separated from Elon,
Yeah.
same thing with Twitter. Like Twitter could be doing back to his former glory if he wasn't in charge.
Well, if I don't fuck with Twitter, I never really fucked with Twitter.
Too
Now
much
it's
porn
just
on Twitter.
terrible. I mean, we could, something to do, but it's too much. I think bullshit on there. Like when I get on there, 'cause I see the alerts and sometimes I see something I'm interested in. It'll be like a news story. Then I click on more stuff. Next thing you know, it's like a World Star video and then some other bullshit and then some more
Yeah.
bullshit. It just keeps showing you bullshit. It's like the algorithm don't even want to show you shit that you care about. It's just showing you the shit that's getting the most views. That's
What's
horrible.
trending? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not one of those people who got woke and got rid of Twitter when Elon got it. I was primarily using Twitter for sneaker purchases and related
Same.
things like that.
Yeah.
And my spending got a little out of control, so I followed Greg from the Sneak Dis's advice and muted that stuff.
Oh wow, how's that
And
doing?
I never unmuted it. And I stopped caring about like when Twitter became X. I had no idea. Like I was scrolling through my apps, and I said, "When the fuck did I download an app called X? What is this, porn?" And then I opened it, and I'm like, "Oh, this is Twitter." And I saw how many unread notifications I had from Soul Links, and I was like, I'm not even gonna go down this rabbit hole.
You'd be like, damn, I missed every drop. Damn,
Man, I'm
damn.
not gonna lie, it was a couple things. $74.97 for these? Oh, if I would have saw that, I would have grabbed them. And I said, that's why I don't need this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's
Shout
definitely a
out Soul
trap.
Links. He's still out here doing this thing. Or
Yeah,
they're
man.
still out there doing their thing. I don't know how many people work there.
All of them. I mean, all of them. They're bigger now. They just
Yeah, they
keep sending
entities
out the
at this
links.
point. It started off as a guy dropping links to like you want a Nintendo Switch or a KitchenAid stand mixer for the low, man, they got you.
Speaking of Nintendo Switch, I copped 2 of them this weekend.
Brother,
Dog, they're on
Ali,
Walmart.
oop me.
Nah, I'm giving one to my niece. I'm gonna keep
Hey,
one.
she deserves kids first. Kids first.
I know, but
I know.
you
I'm
play
eventually,
Switch?
man. The Nintendo Switch 2. Besides the new MSRP on the cartridges, I'm with that. It's a
eighty
much needed
dollars a piece.
upgrade.
So Walmart randomly, and I saw it on like Sneaker Twitter or Soul Links, one of them. They tweeted out, "This is at 7 in the morning on a Saturday. Walmart restocked on the pre-order." I'm like, all right. I was kind of slow to it. I was trying to do it for my phone. I was like, "Yeah, fuck this. Let me go to my desktop." Got on my desktop. I'm like, I missed it. And then it said keep trying and refreshing the page. I did it 2 times. Both of them showed they had the bundle pack and a regular one.
I was about to ask, did you get the bundle or the standard?
Both, because
Hell yeah.
they had limit 1 per customer, but you could buy 1 of each. So I bought the
Okay.
bundle pack with the Mario Kart
Car 8.
and
Oh, Mario
the
Kart World.
whatever, yeah, and the regular one. So I got the regular one for my niece. We're gonna just play Mario Kart here for $500.
They got in stores, from what I've been hearing with homies who do the footwork, they said, and like going to your local GameStop, they've had success. I'm lazy as fuck, so I need to get
You
up.
think people are buying them though? Like, you think that the pre-orders and shit? Like,
Well, between the tariff talk, the scarcity discussion, I think that people are hoping for a PS5 scenario. But
where they can mark it up like a couple $100 and then because the tariff will make that thing like 800, right?
And I think with Nintendo, minus the Japanese versions, they're able to be accessed no matter the region. I know one of the settings is, I think, region locked, so you can't just flip a Japanese Switch. I believe that's what I heard. But people are going to be going for the throat with these, especially the Mario Kart 8 bundles. I keep saying 8. It's Mario Kart World with the Mario Kart World bundles, because MSRP on that is what, $80. But if you get a bundle, it's only
Well,
50.
together 50, but yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I
Oh
feel
shit! I might
like
flip mine then. I might flip it when I get
I
it.
feel like the first couple weeks to months there's gonna be an opportunity, but I think Nintendo is gonna hit the ground running with production on these things.
Mhm.
The Switch 2 is long overdue. People are excited. People want to play Donkey Kong Bonanza and Mario Kart World, and
I
you know,
never
it's
really fuck with those games. Like I played them when I was a kid and stuff. Like games like that. Now
mhm.
it's not even like a pastime. I can't sit up and play those things and
I think
enjoy them like I used to when I was
I
a
think
kid.
the appeal of the Switch is those moments when you're commuting or when you're taking a road trip, on your flight, taking a shit. That dedication that you would need to play a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox
Yeah,
Series game is gone, because think about it like taking your phone somewhere.
yeah,
While you dropping that deuce or while you at, baggage claim, you can get a couple stars in Mario or race a couple laps in Mario Kart and kind of restore that feeling without the dedication of sitting down, isolating yourself, plugging a console up, making sure ain't nobody in the room to distract you. You can have that little intimate moment without all the necessities that you needed in the past. So I
See,
think that's the appeal of the Switch.
yeah, I can't get into it like that though. I don't know. I had a regular Switch and I gave it to my niece. I did play like Resident Evil on it, like one of these Resident Evil games. I beat it. I got NBA 2K on there. I played it a little bit, but then I just put it down and I stopped playing. I'm like, I ain't got time for this shit. Then I discovered online gambling recently.
Shit, and that took over your
So,
world.
dog, all my money, everything. I'm broke,
Nintendo
dog.
Switch need to make a casino game.
Oh man, if they made a casino
DraftKings
game,
by Nintendo Switch.
oh totally, I'd be in. I pay
You
eighty
make a little
dollars.
avatar and you just go around the virtual casino playing a bunch of games, placing bets.
I play a couple of games, man. But nah, so this is cool. I'm excited. My niece is excited. I told her I was gonna try to get the Best Buy pre-order, but it is what it is. I tried to, but it was I kept missing the Twitter alerts.
She probably so used to Uncle H being a finesse god, she ain't even worried about it. She knows she gonna get it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I wanted to get. I didn't think I would because the first pre-orders that came out a couple of weeks ago, I
They
was
came
like,
out like at 3 a.m.
dog, yeah, they were there at midnight, 3 a.m., whatever. I,
Yeah,
I
I
I
was like,
was like, I didn't even know those things. I'm like, damn, I keep missing these things. And then they just randomly just the same thing when they did it in 2020 with the Xbox and everything. They had these random
PS5.
restocks. I hit 2 Xboxes and 2 PlayStations.
I feel like it was harder back then too, because everybody was in the house glued to their device.
Yeah.
Now people gotta sleep to get up for work and commute and actually work in an office. So a lot of other people who are more accustomed to this stuff,
Yeah.
like gamers, stuff like sneakerheads who know what it's like to camp online, they're having better success.
Word. I flipped my Xbox, my extra Xbox for I think like $800, eight
Sure,
nine
that's a good
hundred.
profit.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I mean, yeah, it was a little over $100 profit. StockX takes their fees.
Oh, you
Uh,
flipping on StockX? Okay,
I didn't know where else too. I don't.
man. It got to a point where, and I think we mentioned it either in private conversation on the episode previous. Some of those shady reselling spots where you used to live at in Pentagon, man, they were flipping PS5s along with shoes.
Sure.
You go in there, they be like, "What you want to buy? You want to buy some blind box figures, some sneakers, some sneaker product, or an Xbox?" And I was
It's
like, "Yo,
crazy shit,
a,
man.
a sneaker." Not to get too deep into that topic, but in
Yeah.
general, a sneaker resale store is the modern day bodega. Whatever is hot at the time,
Mm-hmm.
whatever is trending, they will sell it.
Yeah.
They'll have them right next to the Jordans.
They be keeping like the hype food. Like if wrap snacks are a thing, they probably have some wrap snacks in there.
Yep.
All
They
types
were
of
doing
shit.
chicken sandwiches with purchases when the Popeyes chicken sandwich was hot. Like we just mentioned, PlayStation 5s now, all the sneaker reselling
They're probably
spots are
doing
selling the
Dubai
Labubus.
chocolates. They're doing Dubai chocolates with
Have you
your
ever seen Labubus and those blind box figures?
nah, what's that?
Man, when you get a chance, go on StockX, Labubu, Labubu.
I'll
They
check it
got an
out.
entire section. Labubus are popping right now.
La boo boo.
My
All
god
right.
kid was
Oh,
pressing me
these
out for
things.
one.
I
Yeah, the
never even
modern day
seen this
ugly
shit.
dolls.
Labubu, Boo Boo, and Coco.
They
Blind box pop art.
the Pop Mart's blind box little craze right now. They're like
Boo Boo blind box.
they the current Pokemon right now.
Yeah, man, all the shits are crazy.
They kind of cute looking. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, not my thing. But
I mean,
whatever.
as a 30-year-old man, I'm not paying for that. Like I bought some for my god kid, of course, but like it's people that really be out in the streets at these Pop Mart locations squatted up to clear the shelves out. They know their little names and the variations and the little outfits they wear. I'm just like, what's the one that look like brown Pikachu shit? I don't know.
Oh,
King Labubu, Mr. Labubu,
yeah,
John
I'm looking
Labubu.
at that
I don't
right
know their
now.
fucking name.
I'm looking at it right now. Actually, I'm gonna put this on the screen so you can see it. I just clicked on the John. Let's see. Pop Mart.
Yeah, the first time the kid asked me for one, they was like, Labubu. I said, you gotta go to the potty? What the fuck are you talking about?
Let's checkmate series plush doll. I name the monsters. I don't know, man. This stuff is ridiculous.
I'm getting old. It's the fact that this shit is foreign to me.
Like those fucking Funko Pops, all that shit. Like I'll buy a Funko Pop, like I buy a Biggie Smalls Funko Pop. I bought one of those or a LeBron.
I bought a
Funko
couple
Pop.
like you. I saw a couple figures that they made in the Funko Pop. No, they made a Funko Pop of this character or this person. But as far as like which series and all the numbers and the variants and no, thank you.
Yeah, I can't get into that shit. And the same with like Pokemon and stuff, man. Like even sports cards. Like I bought a commemorative LeBron shit or whatever when it drops, or when the Rams won the Super Bowl. I bought a little commemorative pack.
If it's like a moment in time and I have an opportunity to buy without having to fight a bunch of bots and resellers, I'll look into it. Like I was talking to a guy in my work who's big into sports gambling and cards. And he was breaking down how they're doing the players from the current NFL draft. Because I was like, I wouldn't mind getting a Shadir Sanders card just for like history and memorabilia's sake. He was saying which company has the license to the NFL and they can make the cards for the players, but not for the teams and tops and upper deck. And I said, brother, never mind. I don't want to know more. Fuck it.